Welcome to this lesson on bacteria, the basic cell type. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to recognize a prokaryotic cell by its key features, such as being single-celled and having no nucleus. You'll also be able to describe the main structural features of bacteria, including their cell wall and circular DNA. And finally, you'll be able to compare prokaryotic cells with eukaryotic cells and explain how some bacteria are useful while others can cause disease. Keep these goals in mind as we move through the lesson. We will explore the fascinating world of prokaryotic organisms. All living things can be grouped into 5 main kingdoms: animals, plants, fungi, protoctists, and prokaryotes. Let's take a closer look at what makes prokaryotes unique among them. Characteristics of prokaryotes. Prokaryotes are simple organisms, and they share several key characteristics. First, they are always single-celled. Unlike other cells, prokaryotes do not have a nucleus, and their genetic material floats freely in the cytoplasm. They also lack organelles like chloroplasts and mitochondria that are found in more complex eukaryotic cells. Bacteria are perhaps the most well-known examples of prokaryotes. These microscopic organisms are single-celled and exhibit the classic features of prokaryotic cells. Their simplicity and adaptability make them both fascinating and essential to life on Earth. Key features of bacteria. Bacteria, like all prokaryotes, lack a true nucleus. Instead of a membrane-bound nucleus, their DNA is circular and floats freely in the cytoplasm. They also have a cell wall made of peptidoglycan, a unique substance not found in plant cells. Some bacteria have flagella, which are whip-like tails that help them move. These features help bacteria survive in many different environments. Bacteria can be helpful or harmful, and they come in a variety of shapes and sizes. One example is lactobacillus, a bacterium used in the production of yogurt by fermenting milk. On the other hand, pneumococcus is a harmful bacterium that causes pneumonia. These 2 examples show how bacteria can have vastly different effects on humans. Now, let's put your understanding to the test with a worked example. We'll apply what we've learned about prokaryotes and eukaryotes to identify the type of cell in a given scenario. You can pause the video and try it yourself. Imagine a student observes a cell under the microscope. The cell is single-celled, has no nucleus, and contains a circular strand of DNA. Is this cell a prokaryote or a eukaryote? It is a prokaryote because it has no nucleus, and the genetic material is free in the cytoplasm. Prokaryotic cells do not have a membrane-bound nucleus or other organelles. Their DNA is circular and floats freely in the cytoplasm, a key feature distinguishing them from eukaryotic cells. Let's look at a comparison between a bacterial cell and a plant cell. This will help reinforce the differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. What are the key differences between a bacterial cell and a plant cell? A bacterial cell lacks a nucleus and has a peptidoglycan cell wall, while a plant cell has a nucleus and a cellulose-based cell wall. Bacteria are prokaryotes, so they lack a true nucleus and other membrane-bound organelles. In contrast, plant cells are eukaryotes, meaning they have a nucleus and organelles such as chloroplasts and mitochondria. In this next example, we'll examine how bacteria impact our everyday lives, both positively and negatively. Let's explore a useful bacterium and a harmful one. What are examples of one useful and one harmful bacterium, and what roles do they play in our lives? Not all bacteria are bad. Lactobacillus is helpful in food production, while pneumococcus can cause serious infections. Understanding bacteria's roles is essential for their use in medicine and industry. Looking back at the discussion from this lesson, here are the key takeaways. To summarize, prokaryotes are single-celled organisms that do not have a nucleus or other membrane-bound organelles. Bacteria are a prime example of prokaryotes and can have either beneficial or harmful effects. Keep these key characteristics in mind as we continue exploring the world of microorganisms.